Okay. All right. Thank you, Sun Yun, for the introduction and all these housekeeping matters that we all need to know. My name is Mei Fong. I use Dr. Ang whenever it's more related to things that's more academia. My students call me Dr. Ang in uni, but you all can call me Mei Fong. Yeah. So from now on, just call me Mei Fong. And in theater, I also just use my name Mei Fong. All right. A little bit about my background on how do I actually know or the language, Italian language. I had the privilege to study in the Rome Conservatoire for a year after my bachelor's degree and before I proceed to my master's in Melbourne. So, and when we are in Europe and they do not actually speak much of other languages than their own native language. So that is the reason why we have to learn their language there. But that is very good for singers as well, because Italian language is definitely the most widely sung language, in all of the vocal repertoire. We always also start with Italian repertoire whenever you embarked on your vocal learning journey. So I think that's really a must.
When the internet connection not stable.
Internet connection not stable. All right, I'll let you try to figure out how to make it more stable, and we'll just continue on. All right, it doesn't really matter, when things happen. It's always like this. All right, I probably may not be able to look at your questions in the chat room if I am not aware of your questions, though I may need Logan or someone else to remind me, yeah? Or if you cannot hear me suddenly, just shout out to me, I think. All right, I'm going to share my screen and I'll also have some activities for you. So it will be really good if you can log in with your real name, because this is also a good opportunity for all of us to get to know everybody. So log in with your real name so that we won't end up recognize you as iPhone 2 or Hi Nova, or there's so many iPhones there, in the waiting room. So I really hope they can sort out their names soon so that they can come in. All right, so let's get started. We also have quite a number of national participants. We have a few from China. 欢迎你们. Yeah, so I will be actually delivering this lecture. I try to speak in 2 languages. Yeah, I can speak both languages well when it's on its own, but I'm not too sure if I can speak well when I need to mix it. I probably will have a lot of problems. Okay. Now, I trust that you all have all the handouts already. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to show the window panel. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Yes. Okay. There's a note.
Yes.
All right. We are going to read through all these alphabets together. Okay, so that is the beginning. When you start to sing, we begin with do re mi, and when you learn, you start with A B C. So we need to start with learning how to speak out. You have to read all this A B C in Italian. Okay, but first of all, I would like you to know that there are 5 vowels. Yeah, that is E. E, A, R, O, U. Okay, let me go back here. E. So whenever you see this 5 alphabets, these are also vowels. So whenever you see this, they read as how it is: E, A, R, O, U, including when you're reading it by their alphabets names. Okay. 所以我们在意大利文里面有5个主要的母音，然后这5个主要的母音是任何时候你看到它们的时候呢，它们都是念 e a r o u 没有改变的 ，OK？ 好，那我们现在进行这个读音练习。I can't hear you, but you can practice that at your site. Later we'll have an activity where we can read out together, take turn to read out. Yeah. So let's start from it. This is just to tell you this is how it's written in small letter and this is how it's written in capital letter. It's all the same like English, so we don't need to really go through that, but just read through. Yeah. You can also look at this pronunciation column where it's actually written out how it's supposed to be pronounced. Okay, so this is A, B, C, D, A. Okay, up until here. I'm actually imagining that you are also reading after me, so just please go on, yeah? So from the beginning, one more time, you read after me, but at your side without having your mic on. A, B, C, D, E, excellent, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, oh, sorry, Q, R. Okay, listen carefully. There's a roll of tongue sound here. R, S, T, V, sorry, U, and this is V, Zeta. Okay, done? Remember? Very easy, right? Okay, so what if I take this away? Now we read this again together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, Zeta. How many can you remember? Can you remember all this well? Yeah, good. If you're okay, you can give me a what is that called? What is that called? Yeah, I can't find that the emoticon, the thumbs up or whatever, the hooray or whatever. If you are not okay, you can give me a crying face. Okay. All right, thank you. We will do this exercise in an activity. So now I would like you to spell out my name, my full name, Ang Mei Fong, with an Italian pronunciation of the alphabet. Okay, so who will do this? Who would like to do this? You can just unmute yourself and shout out to me. Don't read your handout because at your handout there is this pronunciation column where you can refer to. Try not to refer to that. Just try to remember what you have just learned and read out my name.
I'll try that.
Jihong, yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So it starts with A. So that's R, and then N, G, N, G, N, E, I, F, O, N, G.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so that's how simple it is. Yeah. And remember when we pronounce the Italian words, whatever, we don't actually raise the tone, except if you wanted to raise a question. So try to read it like very definite. A, N, G, M, E, I, F-O-O-N-G. So try not to N. So then it would become very Aussie-ish. All right. So now, Jihong, can you name anyone from your screen? You know, any name that you can see from the screen, and let this person read your name.
Okay, sure. Perhaps I'll start with okay, maybe Joshua Andy, perhaps.
Joshua. Hello, Joshua.
All right. Okay, I have to check his name again just now. Wait, see. Because I'm using phone, so I can't see the full spelling.
Ah, okay. It's all
Should
right.
I?
Try your best.
Okay.
Hey. Wait, I'm still finding the name.
Jihong. Well, Jihong, can you speak, something so that you appear on?
Sorry. So Jihong.
Jihong. Okay.
That is a very good question, actually.
Okay, so I just read it right away from there. Then Jihong, right?
Yes.
So okay, J would be okay. Let me just cool off a little bit. Okay, J E I E O and then H Aka G then JOHING, JOHING, right?
H-O-N-G.
Okay. HONG. So HAKOON, then G.
Yeah. You got it almost right, yeah, except for the J. So now we're going into how to read the J. But before I go into how to read J's, because if you look at the alphabets here, it's actually not complete. There are some very commonly used alphabets that we use in English is not here. So there are actually more. Yeah, if you look at your handouts, then you will see those from here. So now I'm going to call it out by changing the text color. Can you see the screen now with all this additional alphabets? So these are actually the additional alphabets for the Italian language, yeah, but it is definitely not something unusual in English, definitely. So we will go into this together now. But before we continue, there are two Miss iPhones here in the room. Can you please change your names? Yeah, if not, we can't really get to know you. So there are two Miss iPhones. Okay. All right. Now, so J, it's pronounced as Ilunga. Okay, so read this after me. Ilunga. Kappa. X. Y. Doppia V. One more time. Ilunga. Kappa. X. Y. Doppia V. Very well. So now I'm going to hide this in white color. 好，各位同学哈，我们这边有一些在意大利文里面呢是没有出现的alphabets 中文怎么说？但是这些字母吗？不是，这些 alphabets 啊，他们对意大利文来说是外语才会出现的啊。那么在意大利文本身的语言里面是很少、很不经常出现。那我们现在就一起来念这个。Okay, so we read this together. Ilunga, kappa, x, y, doppia v. Get it? All right. So now, can someone else read Jihong's name one more time? I mean, to read out all these alphabets. Let's get maybe Diva.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ilunga.
Yeah.
Akong.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Just try not to raise the tone at the end when after you read all these alphabets. Remember, it has to be very definite. Yeah. It has to be really very definite. So that's why some people, when they are pretending or to try to speak in a very English in a very Italian way, everything will become very definite. Ta-da, 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 because it's really very definite. Yeah. All right. So so ilunga, e, aka, or energy. So that is Jihong's name. In its pronunciation of these alphabets. Okay, let's get some other people. What about Diva? Can you call another person so that they can read out your name?
Okay. Mabel.
Mabel.
Okay. Wait, the whole name?
Ah.
Can I just write down your name somewhere first? Wait, where did your name go?
Okay, I'll just talk so you can see my name.
Okay. D. Wait. Okay. D. Aka. E. V. Y. A. R. A. V. I. S. L. V. A. N. I think so.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Okay, good job. Right, now let's go into another activity. So now please tell us, where are you I would actually wanted to ask where are you coming from, but not let's not ask that question. Okay. Tell us, where are you now? For example, if I'm now in Kuala Lumpur, and then I'll tell you I'm now in Kappa U A L A L U M P U R. That is Kuala Lumpur. Okay. So now, can Ko Mei Ling tell us, where are you now? You can also tell us, for example, you are in PJ, so that is P Ilunga. I hope I don't call anyone who is now in PJ. Mei Ling, are you from PJ?
No.
Okay, good. So tell us.
I think my name is
somewhere.
quite long.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. What I want you to do is, do any one of you know how to use the annotate function in Zoom?
Not really.
Okay, look at the Zoom function. There is this annotate function. Can you see that? Can someone scribble? Yeah, I see someone. Yeah, Jihong just scribbled on it. There is a annotate. Yes, very good function where you can find at the same row of the share.
options.
Yes, yes, Logan, very good. Yes, awesome. Okay, now what I want you to do is, all of you can participate this activity together. So when Mei Ling is telling us the cities that now she is living in, you write down the alphabets. You just scribble that with the annotate function. Okay, Mei Ling, can you please tell us now?
I'm in Selangor.
Okay, not too long lah. Okay lah, unless you want to say Selangor Darul Ehsan, so that's quite long. Yeah, but you don't tell us where, because we already know it's Selangor. So tell us more specific. Maybe your taman, okay? Maybe your taman. Don't tell us now. Just Tell us in alphabets. Tell
You
us
mean I have to write down, scribble on
no,
that?
no, you name the alphabet. You read out the alphabet. We scribble.
Oh. I'm not reading how to use in the Zoom for the scribble. Sorry.
No need, no need. You don't need to scribble. We scribble.
Okay.
You just read out
Okay.
the alphabet of your taman.
My taman.
Yeah.
I need to write down my taman name first. No, very nervous.
Okay.
Don't remember.
I'll give you time.
Okay.
Get ready, people. Scribble.
Essay. A. Every. A. Wait. Kappa. A. M. B. A. N. G. A. N.
Is it correct? Mei Ling, now you are the teacher now. You can mark the students' work. Is it correct or is
I
it
think
wrong?
maybe my pronunciation is not so good.
Can you read it? Read it again. But
You
I
mean
think I can guess where you're coming from. You're quite near to me actually.
really? I know, quite near the university.
I know. I think Sun Yun also know. Yeah, but can you read it one more time? Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna clear the whole drawing. Now, one more time, everybody get ready with your annotate. So Mei Ling, one more time.
Essay. A. Wait. Every. A. Kappa. A. M. B. A. N. G. A. N.
So, teacher Mei Ling, is it correct?
The green one is correct.
The
red
green
one
is
also.
correct.
The bottom one, red one also correct. On
Bottom
top, that one, half correct, I think.
This one correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a seri kembangan, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so essay. Okay, let me clear the drawing board. Essay. E. R.
Yeah.
E. This is pronounced as E, yeah? I think you just read it wrongly just now.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you, Karen. Yeah, thank you, Karen. And then K, kappa, A, M, B, A, N, G, A, N. Okay, so this is where Mei Ling is now living. OK， 好，各位同学，我们现在是在进行一个活动，就是让各位同学呢来跟我们说你现在的居住地，然后这个地方的名字叫做 Sri Kembangan， 但是我们必须要用意大利文的读音把它念出来。OK， so now let's go to let's try with 雪洁。雪洁 is from China. 雪洁 can you tell us where are you now? I mean, you are in China, and we all know, yeah, because I already told everyone. But which city in precisely?
Okay, I'll
Read
try.
that in the Italian alphabet pronunciation, and we are going to annotate it out. Okay, everybody except Xue Jie, can you please get your annotate ready?
Okay. Chi. Aga. O. N. G. Q. E.
N. Wow, perfect.
You have to finish, and people already figure out where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Xuejie is from Chongqing. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's read this together. Yeah. Okay. Don't clear it first. Okay. We read this together. We can just follow the purple color annotate. Yeah. Chi aka o energy ku e energy. Okay. One more time. We read very fast. Chi aka o energy ku e energy. Even faster. Chi aka o energy ku e energy. Can? All right, very good. Okay, let's clear all the drawing and carry on. So I hope you are quite familiar with all these readings already. These are quite basic, and I would really like you to know precisely how to read this. Yeah, and I always tell my students that I believe learning the ability to speak the language well is that you learn the language, and you learn the language the way the language should be. Okay, so this is very basic, and so I hope you remember and really internalize everything. Okay, I also know that there are some people that learn foreign languages with international phonetic alphabets, the IPA. That is another way to learn foreign languages. But I personally don't quite fancy the way. But of course, by all means, if you find that way very helpful to you, you can also go for that. Okay. All right. So let's carry on. We are going to. Okay, I'm going to take my writing board down with me. Yeah. Where is it? It's all right. We will look at all the vowels and the consonants one by one. OK， 各位同学，我们现在会进入意大利文的母音还有子音的一个学习哈。我们先从母音开始。We'll start from the vowels. Okay, for Italian vowels, it's quite straightforward because it consists only. You can say it consists only 5 vowels. Like I said just now, E, A, A, O, B, O, and U. Okay, and everything that you see when it's written in R is pronounced as R. Okay, so from now onwards, I'm not going to read this as A to you, because if I say an A, you probably will misunderstand with this vowel. Yeah, so if I'm going to say this, I say A, and I'm going to say this, pronounce this as O. Okay, all right. So every time when you see R, it's pronounced as R. Okay, like this one. Ka. So C-A, sorry, I read it in English again. Chi-a, ka. S-a, sa. So casa. Okay, very simple. You need to know how many syllables there are. Okay. Syllable is another very important fundamental that you need to know. Yeah, syllable means, for example, okay, let's get this word. For example, Italian. So E is a syllable. Ta is a syllable. Lien is a syllable. So there are 3 syllables here. Yeah. All right. So we need to get this clear first. So for this word, there are 4 syllables. Yeah. So an, ti, pas, do. Okay. Simple. And then this one, sala. And this one, pasta. Okay. Get it? Italian vowels are short, clear-cut, and are never drawn out. Yeah, so the glide in English should be avoided. Yeah, so this is what I told you earlier. So try when you are reading the Italian word, try not to glide it up like when you're using it in English. Okay, so try not to have a raising tone in the end. Try to have it really clear-cut, short, and very definite. Yeah. Okay, so for this one, we read this again. Yeah? Casa, antipasto, sala, pasta. Okay, and I don't explain what is that to you because it's already written in English. Yeah, but maybe I'm going to say it in Chinese. Yeah, casa is 房子啊 ，antipasto is 前菜 ，sala 后就是一个空间，有时候我们是用在形容那是一个房间或者是一个一个厅哈，经常演奏厅哈，它也是用 sala。OK，pasta 就是 pasta。OK， now let's go to A. Yeah. For this alphabet, yeah, this vowel A, there are two pronunciations. So if I say there are only 5 vowels, it's correct, but actually to be precise, the A is divided into 2 types of pronunciation. One is A chiusa, which is an closed O, yeah. A aperta is an open A, okay? So what are the differences? When you read this A chiusa, the closed A, it should be, it resembles the English pronunciation they. Yeah, so A, so it's a very close one, A. Yeah, so it is not A. A aperta sounds like A, like an English word mat. Yeah, so the mat A is an open A. Can you differentiate these two? One is A, one is A. Okay, one more time. A. Okay, and it also resembles the English word air. Okay. Yeah. For example, when you pronounce the English word they, you don't pronounce as they. That would be like too open, right? Then it feels like, what is that? So when you pronounce the Italian word wrongly, for the Italian people, they will feel like, what is that? Okay. So so all these Italian words here are the A chiusa, is the closed A. Okay. So now we read this together. Make sure you read the A closely, like the day in English. Seta, sera, meno, vedo. I can also read this in open air. That would be seta, sera, meno, vedo, which is da 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 da, very wrong. Okay, so don't read this in open air. So it would sound like they are having dinner. They would be like, oh, what is that? Very ugly, right? Sinkit, I can see your face. But thank you for that response. Yeah. Okay, so one more time, all this needed to be read in a very closed A. Yeah? Seta, sera, meno, vedo. Let's continue with the open A. Yeah, the A with an accent mark on it should be pronounced as an open A. Okay, and this is a very commonly used word in Italian, A, because it means is. Yeah, she is beautiful. Ella è bella. Yeah, so è is. Okay, so this is pronounced in an open way. OK， 好，各位同学，我这边要说的是 A 这个母音呢，有2种念法，一种是关的闭口的口音，的 A， 一个是开口的 A 啊。那么在这里呢，给大家列举的几个例子呢是开口的读音。 的几个字啊。OK， 我们现在一起来念。OK， let's read this together. È lento, bene, festa, presto. Okay, so for musician, you recognize this lento, presto. So when you read this, you don't read close, lento, presto. So that would be like really not right. Okay, let's continue. So for the vowel E, actually, when we go down and when we move forward, I will also give you some examples based on my teaching experience. What are the most commonly made mistakes among the Asian, especially the Malaysian, when we are singing or reading Italian later? I'm going to share more with you. All right. So for this vowel, it's pronounced as E. Okay. So and there is just a simple one type of pronunciation E. So let's read this together. Libri, bimbi, violini, pini. Okay, good. I can't really hear you, but remember, don't raise your tone. Okay, it has to be short, definite. Okay, clear cut. So one last time, we read this together. Libri, bimbi, violini, pini. Okay, continue, yeah? Okay, for the vowel O, we have two pronunciations also. One is the O chiusa and the O aperta. Also, chiusa means close. O 也是有两种读音，一个是闭口的念法，一个是开口的念法啊。那么 O chiusa 这个字的意思就是闭口，就是关起来的意思啊。Aperta 就是一个开启的意思啊。Aperta it means open, okay? All right, so O chiusa. Okay, let's read this. Nome. Okay, the difference is the O chiusa is O. Aperta is O. O and O. So this sounds like the old guy, the old man, the O. So this is the closed O. The aperta, aperta O. I think Malaysian will understand this better when we say copy O. Can I have a copy O? So the copy O, that O is an open O. We don't say, I have a copy O? That sounds a little bit like, not right? Yeah, maybe the kopitiam uncle don't know what you want. Copy O, yeah, that is an open O. Okay? All right, so now let's read this together. We start from the chiusa, yeah? So, nome, sole. So when you sing, oh, sole mio, don't sing, oh, sole mio, then that's not right. Oh, sole mio, it's a closed O, yeah? Colore, odore, all these are the closed O. The open O, oro, cosa, rosa, opera. Kuala Lumpur City Opera, not Kuala Lumpur City Opera. Okay? Let's continue. We have one last vowel, then we finish all our 5 vowels. So, U, simple. U, okay, nothing more. So let's just read it through. Luna, uno, lungo, uso. Get it? Yay! Very good. So, so that's the end of the vowels. So now let's have a very quick summary on all the vowels we have learned just now. So E, E, A, O, U. Okay. You probably have a question. When do I know it's when it is supposed to read close or open A and the O? You know, it's quite confusing. I don't know how to tell you, but it's you know, sometimes language is like that. There is you can't really see that that there's no very fixed rule on when you need to read this, but you just know it when you know the language. Okay, I hope I don't disappoint you because there's really no rule, but sooner or later you just know when it should be read as an open or a closed A or O. Okay, so continue. So now we're done with all the vowels. So I'm going to erase that all, and so this writing board is ready for our consonants. Consonants are very simple, so we don't really need to explain much, but I probably will share with you about some common mistakes that Asian mostly make. Yeah, so when we go down. All right, the B and P, we'll read it together because it's very similar consonants. And remember, in Italian, the P don't need to be read too exaggerated. Yeah. 在意大利文里面呢，那个 P 呢不是太夸张的啊，它只是比 B 多一点点而已。Okay, so let's read through. Yeah, bomba, pompa, babbo, pappo, bere, pere, balla, palla, basso, passo, basta, pasta, bollo, pollo. Ken? Cool? Yeah? All right. So now, okay, just put it there. Chi and G. Chi and G. Okay, for this one, we will we'll read through this first, yeah, because for this one I need to do some further explanation. Okay, most of the time, okay, let me stop share for a while. Apologies, I should have actually opened up a new notebook first, but whatever. So for the Chi and for the G, most of the time when Chi match with vowel A, O, and U, for example, this one, they pronounce as a hard Chi. So this pronounced as Ka, Ko, and Ku. So when I is combined with A, O, U, these also read as Ga, Go, Gu. Okay? But when Chi combines with E and A, when it's look like this is a soft Chi. So this pronounced as Chi and Che. So this is a hard G. And this, when G combines with E and A, this pronounced as G and J. I think many of the Chinese probably know this artist whose name is Gigi Leung. Am I right? Anyone knows? Anyone don't know Gigi Leung? Yeah, probably we have many who don't know Gigi Leung. It's okay. Diva, do you know Gigi Leung? Yeah, you don't know Gigi Leung, but you know Gigi. Clinic.
Gigi 梁，梁，乐意昂梁。
那我们这边叫 Leung，因为他是香港人吧？梁永琪啊，係咪啊？好似係啊，冇咩記得啊。係咪啊？係咪朱朱亮係咪香港人啊？吓 ？No one knows 啊？Karen, do you know?
Yes，梁咏琪，
梁咏琪香港人吧？
好像是，
Yeah. That's why in Malaysia we call her Gigi Leung, Leung Wing Kei, because she's Cantonese and the surname is pronounced in Cantonese. Yeah, but it's also good to know that in China mainland they call it Gigi Liang. So Gigi Liang and Gigi Leung, it's the same person. But anyway, my main point is not the surname, so I take it away, but it's this one. Okay, so G-I-G-I, it's when in Italian we pronounce as a soft G, yeah. So this is G-I-G-I. So it is not the Malay pronunciation when we are reading the Gigi, yeah. So for our Chinese friend from China, Gigi means tooth in Malay, but it's pronounced in a hard way, yeah. So it's not Gigi, but it's a Gigi, yeah. Okay, Ken? All right. So let's come back here. What I want you to know is in summary, yeah. C, when it's combined with R or U, this is a hard sound. So G, when it's combined with R or U, this is a hard G. So G, ga, go, gu. When it's combined with E and A, it's a soft sound, yeah. So when it's combined with E and A, this is also a soft sound. So G and J. But, so I take this away. Oh. There's also a but. When C combined with aka and then E or A, in this way, in this case, the aka here has changed the color of the chi and made the chi sounded hard. So this would pronounce as ki. This pronounced as K. Understand? Same goes to G. When it goes first with aka, then combines with E and A, this becomes hard sound, gi and ge. Is that clear? Yeah. So some of you probably started with some Italian songs when you first learned voice. There is a very famous Italian Ariantica. Anyone sung this before? Chi vuol la zingarella. So this one, chi. Okay. All right. Let's get back here. So with our explanation just now, I think we are able to read all this now. Yeah, okay, maybe up until here. Right, read this after me. Casa, gatto, crudo, grazie. Sorry, I need to give you where, I need to point to you where it is. Con, gola, cura, gufo, callo, gallo, cotta, gotta, chiesa, giro. Okay? And then now let's read this, yeah? So this is the soft sound. Cena, cibo, cima, cielo, gente, gelo, gita, giorno. Okay? Any questions so far? Is it okay? Let's continue, yeah? All right, so now let's go to D and T. D and T is similar to B and P. The T is not very exaggerated, yeah? D 跟 T 呢，它不是那个 T 呢，也是不是念的非常的夸张的啊。So this is quando, quanto, mando, manto, desto, testo, dare, tare, addenti, attenti, madida, matita. 只是一点点微微的差别. The difference between D and T is just a little bit, yeah. So when you sing in Italian, when there is a T, yeah, in the word, don't exaggerate it, yeah. Don't read it as quanto, manto, testo, tare, attenti, matita. Okay, don't read it this way. Okay. Let's continue with the F and V, yeah. This is quite straightforward also, so we don't really need to stop by and explain, yeah. But if you have questions, let me know. Fave, favore, felice, vesto, Verona, vaniglia. Okay, you probably have a big question on how to read GL, but we will talk about that next time. Yeah, so not today. Okay, we continue with the consonant aka. Okay, so aka is the silent consonant. When you see H, when you see aka, you don't read it because that is a silent consonant. And it occurs only in the following three circumstances. Okay, H 呢，这个 aka 这个子音呢，在意大利文里面它是一个不读的子音啊。当你看到它的时候呢，它应该是没有声音的啊。但是呢，它会有它会出现在这个语言里面呢，它怎么讲？它会以三种不同的方式出现在这个语言里面呢。第一个就是我们刚刚说的，它会改变了 chi 跟 g 的读音。Okay, the first is that it influenced the pronunciation of chi and g. Okay, for example, this one, baci, when there's an aka in between, so this pronounced as baki. Okay, so this is the same. We read this together. Just read through it. Spicci, and this becomes spicchi. Ghetto, and this will become, sorry, getto, and this will become ghetto. And this is giro, and this will become giro. But the H itself doesn't have any sounds. Yeah, understand? Is that clear? All right. And the second circumstance, yeah, when it occurs, for example, this one, H-O, yeah, aka o, and pronounced as o. This pronounced as I, a, anno. Okay, so the H itself doesn't have any sound. Okay, and the aka is also used in the exclamation words. Yeah, for example, this I, me, o, a. Yeah, all these are the exclamative words. Yeah, but also when you read it, it doesn't has a specific sounds. Yeah, so for example, this one you don't read it ahi, ahime. No, okay, just I, I may, yeah, because there is an accent mark at the end. So I may, o, a, okay? Okay, let's continue with L and R. Okay, also remember, please take note that the R in Italian should always be thrilled. Okay? I'm going to stop share for a while. And can I ask, how many of you can roll the R sound, the R? How many of you can do that? Can you give me a reaction? If you can do that, you give me a ta-da. A thumbs up also can lah, but ta-da makes it more happening. So ta-da. All right, there are quite a lot of ta-das in the room. Awesome. Let me check page 2. Okay, so quite a lot of ta-das. Good. Okay, for those who cannot read the R with the roll tongue, I can only tell you that this is not uncommon for many Asian, especially Chinese. Maybe Diva, you don't have this problem at all. Yeah, you probably don't understand like how can people cannot roll their tongue. Yeah. I also don't know, yeah, but because I know it since I was young, so I don't know why people cannot roll their tongue. I also don't know how to train students, honestly, on how to roll their tongue. But I know students, if they start to practice and try to roll their tongue day by day, in the end, still many people, they're able to. Yeah. Oh, Xuejie, your hometown language contains it, so you actually roll the tongue since young. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe just the Malaysian Chinese who cannot roll the R. Okay. And I also have some Cantonese friends who are unable to roll their tongue as well. Yeah, I'm also, I don't know why. Maybe it's not native, that's why. But I think singing singing itself is not just to help us to obtain a very good voice when you sing, but singing, the process of learning singing, actually, it is a process for all of us to learn how to control our muscles, these voicing muscles. Yeah. So looking at this, the process or the science of singing itself, it should actually, you should actually be able to, yeah, after repetitions and a lot of practice, and you should be able to. Okay, so if you can't roll the tongue now, it's okay, but you need to try to obtain this ability. Okay, so let's read this through. Calo, carro, balla, barra. Okay, please take note, yeah, when there are two consonants, we actually exaggerate these consonants. Yeah, so we don't read barra, but barra, barra. Can you hear that? So it's not barra. That's like not enough. It should be barra, barra. Okay. This one alia, aria. Okay. So now let's read this, and I'm going to get some people to do this. Let's see. Can I get Nikhil? Can you read the first word?
Parola.
Very good, except you raised the tone. Parola, it should be?
Right, parola.
Very good, that's like perfect. Now, can you get another person to read the next word?
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah. Rurale.
Rurale.
Yeah. Rurale.
Okay. Karen, the way you read the word sounds like there is a double L. It should be just rurale.
Rurale.
Yes, so ru, ra, le.
Rurale.
Yes, very good. Yeah.
Rurale.
Yeah, so don't stop at rurale, because if you stop at rurale, it sounded like 2L already. It should be rurale.
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 Yes, good, better. So now, Karen, can you please get another person?
黄雪洁。黄雪洁。
Thank you. Thank you for choosing me. Corona.
Corolla.
La. Yeah.
Okay, you are just in contrary with what Karen had just done. You should do 2L, yeah? So Corolla. Corolla.
Corolla.
Yes. Good. Can you get a
thank
different person? Okay, next week we're going to talk more about the double consonants here, yeah? But now it's just enough for you to know that when you see there is a double consonants, for example, the 2L here, the 2L's here, then you need to exaggerate the L. Okay? So now the next person to read this. Can you
I choose Su Qing.
Su Ting?
Su Qing.
Su Qing.
Okay. Mirella.
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 Okay, there is a double consonant here also. So Mirella.
Mirella.
Yes, Mirella Freni. Yeah? So there's a very famous soprano, Mirella Freni. That's a person's name. Okay, next person, Shu Qing. Can you call the next person?
Yoli Ling Chen.
Yoliner.
Ok, frullare.
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 Good, awesome. Okay, call the next person, please.
Okay. Think it.
Sink it. Oh, now very, very Italian, yeah. Sink it.
Okay, Lorenzo.
Good, sink it. Next, call the next person.
Let me see. Huang Xing, is that the name? Huang Xing. Right, the blue shirt.
The blue shirt.
Huang is
Huang
the name, the Huang Xing.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Colore.
Colore. Okay, for this one,
Colore.
it's closed O, yeah. So colore.
Colore.
Okay. You read it slightly too open, yeah. Colore. It should be colore. Colore.
Colore. Colore.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Next. Can you call
Okay.
next person?
一怀.
Yihuai.
Okay. Volare.
Volare. Very good. Volare. Okay. When we talk about this, okay, I would like to take some time to talk about this consonants. Vu. Okay. Many local students, when they read vu, they read this without how to say, they read it as like whoa. Somehow pronunciation that is between V and the W. Okay, but it should be v, volare. Yeah. I would also like to talk about W also. Many of our local students, when they read W or the doppia vu in Italian, they read like for example, because in Italian there is no example, or very seldom we have example in W. Can you give an example? Any English examples in W? Okay, for example, this word. Okay, I found it. Apologies. This one. Vowel. Okay, so make sure you need to pronounce the V correctly. So I always teach our students when you read V, you need to make sure your upper teeth are touching your lower lips. V, V, yeah. So just now you read it perfectly good, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell everybody that when you are reading this V, yeah, it should be V, volare. So can everyone practice this together? Your upper teeth touch your lower lips with the V, volare. Because if you don't do this, then the pronunciation would sound a little like volare, volare. And it sounded like W in some ways, and it sounded very Malaysian Chinese lah. Yeah, the war. So it's not war, but vo, yeah. All right. Okay. So same goes to vowel. So when you read V precisely, your W will also sound more precisely because we can already hear the differences between the two consonants. Okay. All right. I'm going to call a few people to finish reading this. Kung Kwen, can you read the next word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Morale.
Morale, very good. And Jiayang, can you read the next word? Can't hear you. You need to unmute yourself.
Merla.
Merla.
Yeah, merla.
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 Good, very good. Wu Wenpo, can you read the last word? Is he here? Not too sure. What about Erika Ling? Are you there?
Yes. Carlo.
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 No. Can you pronounce the R?
Evre.
Okay, Carlo.
Carlo.
Okay, yeah, you need some practice there.
Yeah.
I'll give you time. I'll give you time. All right,
you.
thank you for trying. All right, good. Let's continue with essay. Yeah. So for essay, there are two types of pronunciation. One is the strong essay. One is a soft essay. Okay, so we'll go through all the strong essay first. So there is a rule here. So these are the rules. Yeah, you probably will ask, tell me, when I should pronounce it as a open or close. In some cases it's hard to tell, but in this case it's easier to tell because there is rule. Yeah, so let's go through all the rules. Yeah, when esse is with double consonants. Okay, so this should be read in a strong way. So spesso, rosso, successo. Okay. And when S is followed by any vowel, for example, S followed by any vowel, sole. Remember, yeah, the O here is a closed O, yeah? So this one, sole. So when you're saying, oh, sole mio, don't say, oh, sole mio, because you need to give me this, oh, sole mio, the very strong S there, yeah? Okay, and salame, salame. Yeah, sila, sala, sopra. Same goes to soprano. Yeah, so yeah, it's a strong S. And when S is before these consonants, yeah, when S before chi, before f, before p, before q, before t. For example, scarpa, spedire, squadra, studente. Okay. Next, when S is after any consonants. After any consonants, for example, in this case, this consonants, the S is after the consonants L. So this case is read as falso orso, penso, corso. Okay? Next. When S is between two vowels, and then this one we need to read a soft S. For example, rosa, rosa, vaso, base, esame, riso, casa. The soft S somehow sounded a little bit like a Z. A little bit like a Z, yeah? So one more time, rosa, vaso, base, esame, riso. Can you hear the difference, yeah? One is falso, sole, and this one is rosa, vaso, esame, riso, casa. Okay? Okay, next. When the esse appears in a suffix, yeah, for example, suffix, you understand, yeah? So it's something is added to a noun and it's become like Buddhism, Islamism, or this kind of suffixes, yeah. So when it's in suffix, so this will be pronounced as a soft S. For example, Buddhismo, Islamismo, socialismo, cristianesimo, divisione, confusione, televisione. Okay? So in this case, we don't follow whether the S is before or after any vowel or consonants anymore, but as long as it's in a suffix, then it's pronounced as a soft S. And lastly, when S is before L, M, N, R, B, D, G, V. For example, slavo, smania, snaturato, sregolato, sbaglio. So it's sbaglio, it's not sbaglio, it's sbaglio, sdentato, svanito. Okay? You can read after me. Okay, we will read through all this soft S. Rosa, vaso, base, esame, riso, casa. Buddismo, Islamismo, socialismo, cristianesimo, divisione, confusione, televisione. So televisione is not televisione, yes, because it's T-E-L-E. When we read this in Italian, that would be T-A-L-E. So televisione. Okay, lastly, slavo, smania, snaturato, sregolato, sbaglio, sdendato, svanito. Okay, we are almost at the end of our session. We only have two more consonants, then we're almost finished today's lecture. So the second last would be the ku, yeah? And it's always pronounced, it's always pronounced like the English ku, as in quest, yeah? So for example, questo, quinto, quarto, qualità. Okay, read this again one more time together. You read after me. Questo, quinto, quarto, qualità. Okay. This you probably also recognize already when we have an accent mark like this at the end of a word. That means the accent should fall at that syllable. So in this case, you don't hear me read qualità, but it's a qualità. Because in Italian, it always the accent falls at the second last syllable. Questo, quinto, quarto. So it's like tan, 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 tan. If you have three syllables, tan, 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 tan. It's not ta, 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 ta. Except if you see there is an accent mark that is given to you, then you know the accent falls at that syllable. In this case, that would be qualità. Okay, we'll talk about the accent next week. Okay, we will give more examples next week, but it's not it will not be covered in this week. Lastly, let's go to this one, yeah, the strong Z. Is that all? Okay. The Z, there are two different pronunciations also. One is the strong Z, one is the soft Z. Yeah, so we start with the strong one. CEO. So the strong Z sounded a little bit like a chi. CEO. Can you hear that? But it's not chio, it's a CEO. It's like t, a very strong sound. Pazienza, lezione, grazie, pizza, pazzo. Okay, can get it? And the soft Z, zona, zebra, zanzara, mezzo. Okay, so for example, mezzo soprano. You don't read mezzo soprano. It's like a pizza. it's not the mezzo soprano, but just mezzo soprano. Yeah, soft Z. Can you hear the differences? Ken? Very good. All right. So before we go into the conversation, let's just randomly do a very quick revision on all the consonants and all the vowels. Basically, after you've gone through today's class, you basically already like know more than half. You should know more than half of the Italian diction already. Yeah. So let's do a very quick revision. I'm going to call people also so that I know how you're doing. Can we start from Wanshin?
Yes.
Okay. Can you read this? Sorry, maybe just here, up until here. Both the chi and g.
Okay. Casa.
Good, but don't raise the tone. Just casa.
Casa.
Yes.
From just C and G. Casa. Gito.
Gatto.
O gato. Crudo. Grazie. Con. Gola. Cura. Gufo. Calo. Gallo.
Can you read 2L? 2L. Callo. Gallo.
Callo. Gallo.
Okay, when you try to read 2Ls, you need to separate this. C-A-L-L-O, for example, like this. Callo. So callo.
Callo.
Callo. Yes.
Gallo.
Yes, good.
Callo. Gallo.
Good.
Cotta.
Cotta.
Gotta.
This one is the same idea.
Gotta.
Yeah, try to put like a little hyphen in between so that you know it needed to be exaggerated. Cotta. Gotta.
Cotta. Gotta.
Yes.
Chiesa.
Chiesa.
Giro.
Giro.
Chiesa. Giro.
Okay, good. We'll get another person to read this.
Giro.
Yes, thank you, Wanshin. We are now going to get another person to read this soft chi and g. Okay, let me go down the room. What about Sung Lian Gik? I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Cena.
Cena. Yeah.
Cena.
A close A. Cena.
Cena.
Gente.
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 Yes, good.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
Cibo.
Cibo.
Yeah, so also when you're unsure, you can break the words into syllables. In this case, it will be chi, chi, bo, bo. So cibo.
Cibo.
Good.
Gelo.
No, because all these are in soft G. So G, A, J.
J.
Yeah, and then L, O, lo. Very good, gelo.
Gelo.
Next.
Cima.
Good.
记得
Good.
cielo
Cielo.
cielo
Yeah, also break it into syllables.
cielo
Yeah, and just be reminded. Yeah, so for this word, it doesn't contain 3 syllables. It only contains 2 syllables. Yeah, so cielo.
cielo
Yeah.
Giomo.
No. This one is a soft G, so it's a giorno. Yes, giorno.
Giomo.
Gior.
Gio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Except if this is break into 3 syllables, giorno, then you read it like G-O separately. Yeah. But in this case, it's 1 syllable. So very quickly you read into the O. Giorno. Giorno.
Giorno.
Yes.
Giorno.
With even less E inside. So it's not giorno, giorno, it's giorno. Can you hear the difference? Like, really straightforward. Giorno.
Giorno.
Yes. Yes. And this is how the Italian people greet each other. Yeah, they say buongiorno. Buongiorno means good day. Yeah, buongiorno. Okay, good. Cielo means the sky. Yeah? So in some areas, you'll probably hear the words like, oh, cielo, something like it's like, oh, sky, or it means like, oh, God, okay? So these are very common words in the vocal repertoire. Okay, we will randomly pick. What about, let's read through this, Akka. And maybe Li Boling, can you read it through? Maybe just this. Li Boling. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
把你的麦打开，把你的麦打开，玻璃。
哦，
啊，好 ，OK， 来试试看，你念这个。
哪呀？
那我们从这边开始啊，你也是一样，先把这个字呢找到它的2个音节啊 ，syllable 是音节，然后 b a ba
ya ba ba ki
对 c i chi， 然后 ba
chi ba chi
对
ba ki
然后这个呢
big
先把它的音节找到 speak
big ki ki chi
当 c 加上 i 的时候呢，这是一个软的 c。啊，念起来它的音是软的啊，不是硬的啊，就是不是 key， 而是 chi， 所以这个是念成 speech。
speech
对 ，OK， 然后这个一样，你先把它的音节找到，然后 you need to recognize the syllables, everybody. Yeah, so for this one, G A T, how do you read this? 你怎么念呢
G
J
J
对，因为 G 是念成 G， 然后这个 A 是念成 A 的声音，所以 G A J
J
然后停在那个 T jet
jet
jet 哦，
jet
对了 ，and then a last word maybe， 这个怎么念呢？你先把它的音节找到。
G
啊
G G
嗯哼
G
，G E G R O
Giro
giro giro
Giro
giro
Giro
giro giro，
Giro
对了 ，OK good。 Yeah, next we go to Janelle Lee.
Yeah.
Can you read this?
Baki.
Good.
Speechy.
No.
Speaky.
Yes. Remember, the H is in between chi and e. So speaky.
Speaky.
Good. And then?
Jetto.
No. G-A-K-E.
Jet. Ghetto.
No.
就是在哪开的我知道，你知道吗
Yes, forgot to unmute to mute themselves. G-A-K-E, when H is between G and E, what will happen to the G? The H will completely change the sound of the G, and this will be ghetto. It's not jetto anymore.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah. Ghetto.
Correct. And then?
Giro.
Good. Yeah, you did. Okay. Next, we go to Koimin Chong. And let's read the these words.
Spesso, rosso, successo.
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 Yeah, remember, you need to break the words in syllables, because after you break it, you will see very clearly. Yeah, you just read it from left to right. So S-U, su, and then chi-e-s, che, S-O, so, successo. Is that clear for everyone? 大家都明白吗？ Okay, 会不会有点难消化？ Is it very hard to follow, or is it still okay? We probably need more exercises, yeah? Okay, I think that's the time for us to wrap up today's session. This one is actually taken from from next week's handout, but just half of it. So I move it to this week. So let's read this together, yeah? Ciao, Carlo. Okay, ciao means hi. Ciao also means bye. Okay, so it's hi and bye for Italian, yeah? So ciao, Carlo. Carlo is a person's name, okay? Which we can change it to somebody else's name later. Yeah, and then come stai? Come stai means how are you? Bene. Yeah, you read after me. Bene. That means good. E tu? And you? Yeah, and then ciao is, for this case, it means bye. So this one is, hi, Carlo. Carlo, 你好. Okay. So now we read this together, and later I will let all of you to unmute yourself and say a hi and bye to everyone. Okay. So ciao Carlo. Come stai? Bene. E tu? Sorry, today I just teach you how to say I'm good, yeah. If you are not good, you also have to say I'm good, okay? Because you have no choice. Today you have to be good. And ciao, bye. All right. So now, let's get Michelle Lauren. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Can you read all this? Okay, but can you change this to a different person's name? Anyone from the room?
Okay. I changed to, okay, got it.
You got it? And then that person,
I know. Yeah.
You need to respond with you.
Okay. Ciao, Kokaini.
Ciao, Kukaini. Yeah, I need to find where is this person.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah, where are you?
I think I'm at the back.
Okay. So ciao, Kukaini. So Kukaini, you say come stai?
Come stai?
Bene, e tu?
Ciao.
Okay, today's conversation very short, yeah. It feels like a little not making sense, yeah, but that's quite good enough for us to practice. Okay, I'll get another person to practice one last time and we will wrap up today's session. Okay, what about Danny Chan? Danny Chan is not here.
Yes,
Danny's
I'm
here.
here. Hold on, I have to choose someone, right?
Yes.
Mana ni? Okay, I choose Dennis. Dennis Lau.
Okay.
Okay.
Ciao, Dennis. Come stai?
Bene, e tu? Ciao.
Okay, very good. Wow, this makes more sense. Okay, very good. I think that's the end of today's session. It's 2 minutes past 9:30. Okay, any questions before we leave? So in a summary, conclusion, we actually have gone through all the consonants and the vowels in Italian. Next week, we actually will carry on with discussing and also practicing some very special diction and pronunciation that happens in Italian. Okay, let me check the chat room before we leave. Yeah, similar to flower tongue in flute blowing. Not very similar. Is it similar? I'm not sure. Karen, yeah, can you tell? Because Karen learned flute before. Are you still learning? Is it similar to flower tongue in flute? The r. I think you mean the r, right? The r.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. I don't know. I need to ask someone. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't play flute. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? You okay? All right. So I think
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Sorry. Is there big tongue and the small tongue? The difference between the Italian?
Well, what do you mean by big tongue and small tongue?
I don't know. I hear that they're big tongue and the small tongue. Maybe and
okay. Yeah. Okay. If this is what you wanted to know, actually in Italian they don't have the r. Yeah. For Italian it's just standard r. Okay. For the r you just mentioned, it actually occurs in German language and French. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Especially in French. Yeah. So nowadays, in French pronunciation, there are a lot of the consonants. The r is actually pronounced as r. Yeah. But many vocal teachers also they teach their students. They say whenever you see the r, you just sing like an Italian way. This is the conventional teaching. But nowadays, I also know that there are many French who wanted to revive the r in their language when they sing. So when you sing in French, some people, especially the French people, they actually prefer r, yeah, and especially in art songs. Okay.
Okay.
Because in opera, the hall is too big for one to be able to pronounce the r sound effectively. But for art songs, because art songs mainly is performed in a smaller chamber, so there are more possibilities for one to pronounce the French r than the r. Yeah. So
Okay.
right. A good question.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Okay, I think before we leave, no questions. Yeah. Copy all.
I have a question.
Diva, you okay? You say copy O, copy O. Okay, sorry, Nikhil.
Hi, just clarify, is the soft G like a J sound? Like a
Well,
soft-ish?
like, yeah, ish. Yeah, but I would suggest you not to mistake the G for a J, because in the longer run, you probably forget like how it should be pronounced. Yeah. Okay. And this is also a common comments that I'm giving all my students, because when I teach, I realize that some students, they will write the pronunciation in their own language on the score. For example, they write when they need to remind themselves, for example, the G should sound like a J sound, then they write J next to it. But in the longer run, this is not a very good note, I would say. Because maybe after a few months you forgot why do you write a J there. In the longer run, you maybe forgot like actually should this sound like a this way or that way. That's why I don't recommend it this way. I recommend that you learn the language properly, and you know how it should be from its fundamental. So don't try to mix up consonants or vowels or anything. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Okay, Nikhil, and okay, everybody. I think do we want to take a group photo before we leave?
Yeah, I think we should. Everybody can use switch on your camera,
Yeah.
your video. Okay, so let's just stay smiling while I move from page 1 to page 2. Yeah. So everybody switch on. Okay. Wu Wenbo, 你要开你的 video 吗? Okay, okay, I'll just take a photo. Everybody smile. Okay, next page. Smile again, everybody. All right, we're good. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. I think that's the end of our session today. I'll see you next week.
Yes, grazie di tutto. Thank you.
Grazie, grazie.